Hello everyone, welcome to an episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. In today's video, I wanted to go over, I guess, my version of the kind of the new Kodachi file list that's been going around. That was at UK Nets. It's kind of like my take on it and my thoughts on the deck and kind of like how I'm playing it. I've been on Kodachi 5 for a while. If anyone's watched the channel, they know that I've been playing it a lot, but I haven't been doing like even bigger than that and like a couple of these kind of tech cards. But a lot of my list was similar to others. But I kind of just wanted to share like what my testing's been like. Excuse me. How my matchups have gone. At least from a casual perspective, right? And then kind of like talk through the deck. I'm using Fabry website. I really like kind of like their statistics of their website as opposed to FabDB. I do like the way FabDB looks more than Fabry, but Fabry is really nice for like stuff like this, like statistics. So this is the deck. It's kind of like my take on the UK list, only like one or two minor differences. I've played 25 games with it on Talishar. Obviously, Talishar is not meant as a metric of if your deck is good. A lot of people are testing. A lot of people are trying new decks. You have new players, stuff like that. It's just to give you a baseline. Played 25 games, won 16 of them, so 64% win rate. Take that how you want it. It's not really important. Just kind of giving you an idea. These have been my matchups. Ended up my losses. I lost two to Dromai. The two Dromai losses I had with this deck were both like really aggro Dromai, which a lot of Dromai seem to be trying out, I guess, like Spears and Doombreakers and Blaze Headlongs and like this really like not control Dromai. So I guess as people were trying that out and it really threw me off. So surprisingly, what normally has been a free win for me, I got two losses on. So teach their own. Beat a Bravo, beat a Dash, went 1-1 against Dorinthia. I've won the mirror all three times that I've played it. I've played like an Emberblade 5, played a Kodachi 5, like the same list pretty much, and then played like a normal like 5 Kodachi list. Played Icelander only once, lost to it. It was a really good Icelander. It was a really close game though. Beat Kano. Lost one time to Katsu. They got the full. We were both at like 5-6 life, and he got the full Lord of Wind line. Like he had it in hand, like nothing I could do, and just beat me off that. Levia, one game against Oldheim, which was a super close game. He beat me off like a dominated Terra Sunder, and then all these, and then Viscerai I've won 4 times in a row. Yeah, overall the deck is really fun. So like as it pertains to, you know, the UK list, right? And if we look really fast, if y'all can bear with me, we'll go and look at the UK list really fast. So yeah, here's the UK file list. So some of the stark differences. He runs in Light and Strike. I don't run in Light and Strike. He runs Ravenous Rabble. I don't run Ravenous Rabble. And then he runs 2 Take the Tempos. I run 3 Take the Tempos. And then he has that all you got in the sideboard. I don't run that all you got. Again, some minor differences. And then he runs a couple different blues than me. So for me, like I run Ancestral and Art of War just like him, Blaze Headlong, 9 Cinderclaw. It's really driver to the deck to give your Kodachi's Draconic, make it easier to go to your Phoenix Flame. 3 even bigger than that. Even bigger than that is a card that I was wanting to try in Kodachi 5, but it's never got around to doing it. But it's super nice being able to give cards like Lava Burst go again in a pinch. That's like the least target, but it's possible. Cards like Snatch go again, obviously a blue or a red. Salt the Wound go again. Take the Tempo go again. Soul Beat Strike Unconditional go again. It's just really nice. Obviously Lava Burst is a big one. Mounting Anger is a big one. So he runs 2 of what is it? It's a 2 of something. I forget. So he runs like a 2 of something else. I run a 2 of Ride the Tailwind. It's a 0 for 3 go again. And what I do like about it is it can give a lot of things go again in the deck if it hits. Like you play this on like Chainlink 3 or even Chainlink 1 and they let it hit. I mean, you can play Lava Burst at the end of your turn, giving it go again, as long as you don't play your Flame. You can play Salt the Wound for go again. You can play Blue Snatch with go again. So it has some like minor tech, which I really like. But the main point is to give cards like Salt the Wound and Lava Burst go again. If I have one of them in hand, Like a simple line could be ride the tailwind. It hits. You don't banish, but it stays in your hand. Lava says go again. Maybe you have a 5-card hand. You play like a Brand with Cinderclaw. They block it because it's the second link for Mask. And then you play something like another Brand. And then you play a Rising Resentment. And then from Arsenal, you play a Lava Burst for, go again, threatening Mask again. It's a really minute tech, but it's something that I've enjoyed. And it's actually worked once or twice, so it's been really nice. Rise from the Ashes, just a great card. It should be in every Fi deck. Rising Resentment, Rowan, Renegade, pretty standard, just good 0 for 3s. Salt the Wound's really obviously great. In Fi, I think the most I've ever hit a Salt the Wound for is 10 with someone who just didn't want to block. Snatch is really good. Can get go again off Soaring Strike, which we'll talk about in a second. Get go again off even bigger than that. Obviously snaps if you're running snaps, stuff like that. So Soaring Strike is so nice. To be able to give Snatch go again, Salt the Wound go again, Lava Burst go again, Take the Tempo go again, all these cards go again, Soul Beat Strike Unconditional go again. Like, it's a super big driver to the deck, and something that I've just thought about, using a lot. And it's just really good. Soul Beat Strike's awesome as well. It's a 0 for 4, forces a lot of interaction. It's a 3 block and a pinch if you need it. And then Take the Tempo. I like Take the Tempo. At first I didn't like it because I was like, you're not going to get the ability off a lot. But with the inclusion of even bigger than that, it's a super, super nice tech to be able to use. Blocks for 3, comes in for 5, just really solid. And if you can couple this on a mass trigger and like draw 2 in Arsenal and have a banish for next turn, it's just super nice. So that's the baseline of it. In the sideboard, we have Belittles and Minnowism. I only run the Kodachi Fi. Like, you can run Belittle. It's totally fine. It's a great card. If you run it in Kodachi Fi, more power to you. I'm not going to say it's a bad choice. However, you rarely need that many resources in Kodachi Fi. You just don't. You just don't. So I have it in the sideboard for Icelander. Erase Face is really good against a lot of decks. I enjoy Erase Face over Command Conquer. So many people run Crown of Prominence now. Command Conquer is just not as useful. But Erase Face is really good against Icelander. It's really good against Briar for the channel turns. It's really good, obviously, against Dromai and Popper Dragons. It's really good against Viscerai. Turns off his Rune Chance. Even Oldheim, it'll turn off his ability to fuse or turn off his ability to pitch an ice card. For Hammer, just really good. Sink Blows are in for Guardian. Tunic is in for the grindier matchups. Potentially Icelander, Oldheim, maybe, or not Oldheim. This is mainly for Icelander. I'm trying to think. Dromai, if I think they're going to be control. Maybe I'm trying to think of the other ones that might be good for. Those are the main ones, though. Pouncing Lynx is really good for decks that either I honestly only run Lynx in decks that are 100% not going to block me. So like the Mirror, I'll run Pouncing Lynx. I'll run Pouncing Lynx even in the Katsu matchup. That's about it. I like Mask of Momentum and the interaction it forces. And then we have 2 AB in the sideboard as well. And at least Tide Flippers can give stuff like Lava Burst go again, Salt the Wound go again, stuff like that. So it's good in a pinch. Main board equipment is these 4 right here. I like to have a lot of block value. The 2 Kodachis, obviously. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The deck is pretty good. Kind of looking, obviously, at the stats. This is why I like Fabberry. If you ever use it, it kind of just gives you a really good idea of like how your deck looks. So it even gives you the hand probability drawing. So like in this deck, I have 9 blues in the main board, I believe. Is that correct? Let's see. We have 3, 6, 9 blues in the main board. So like people are always like, oh, what's the percentage of you like screwing up and not drawing the blues you need? As you can see, I have a pretty high percentage of not drawing any blues. Like it's basically a 50-50 chance. I have a 38% chance of drawing 1 blue, but the good thing about Kodachi Fi is you typically only need like 2 resources a turn, maybe 3, maybe. So even just drawing a yellow is fine. And the probability of me drawing into 4 reds is only 23%, which isn't super high. Drawing into 3 reds is obviously 42%. So again, it's not too bad. People keep saying like, how you have enough pitch. that's the beauty about Kodachi Vi. You don't have to have enough pitch. I mean, if we look at it, right, you don't have to play your Kodachis every single turn. The only cards in the deck other than Art of War that require a resource are Mounting Anger, Soaring Strike, and Take the Tempo. So only 9 attacks in your deck require a resource. So like you're not going to need it as much. And overall, it's just not a big deal as much in my opinion. But yeah, overall, as you can see, like big cards I've played a lot of Mounting Anger, a lot of Art of War, obviously. You can kind of see like the matchups are like. I'll have a link to this deck in the description below, so let me know what you think. Again, Talishar is not like this end-all be-all, like, oh, it's got a good weight running there on Talishar. It's definitely a good deck. It's just to kind of give y'all an idea of how the deck's gone so far. The other thing that I kind of, have toyed with using in the deck, I like Soul Beat Strike over Fluster Fist personally, but I've looked at some other cards, kind of like, based off the winning list and what he has. Ravenous Rabble is definitely a good idea, and Lightning Strike gives you a lot of flexibility. But overall, nothing too crazy. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this. Hopefully it makes sense. Kind of like the keys to this deck is, one, you only block when you absolutely have to, for like relevant on hits, or when you have a dead hand, like maybe you have 2 Lava Bursts, a Soaring Strike, and another red, and you're like, well, I can't do much of this hand. Save some life, block some, put out 1 attack and get a good arsenal. The other thing that it's kind of a big deal about this deck is do not stack triggers, or try to not stack triggers. Try to put your triggers over the chain, right? Like try not to have Mask on also like a Mounting Anger, or try not to have, just multiple triggers like on the same link. Try to divvy your triggers out. The one card that I'm actually thinking about is Blaze Headlong. It's kind of put me in a weird spot because there's so many non-draconic cards in this deck. With counting your cards that are not attacks in the main board, we have 3, 6, 9, 11, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26, 29 cards that Blaze had. Well, not 29. I'm thinking red cards. So for non-draconic, right? For non-draconic reds in the deck, right, that we want to be able to play, right, that also won't have go again. So like 3, 6, let's see here, 9, 12 technically, because you're not going to play a Snatch before Blaze Headlong. Same thing with Soul Beat Strike, most likely 12, 15, probably 18 cards in the deck that Blaze Headlong won't be able to be played after. So it makes it a little bit hard sometimes to get Blaze Headlong off, depending on how you draw. It can actually be a dead card in your hand. But I don't know if it's good enough or bad enough to not have in the deck. I have noticed a couple of fives didn't have it. Like the other 5 that was in the top 8 at the UK Nats didn't have it. I think in a full Draconic list, it's auto included. It's pretty much auto included anyway, but it's something to think about. But yeah, hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully the deck, has been going well for y'all. For anybody that's been testing it, let me know what your thoughts are on it. Any changes that you would make in the deck, or any questions or thoughts you have. And yeah, hopefully I will see y'all next time TCG Talk. Please join the Discord if you want. We have a lot of good discussion there, a lot of fun people. Really enjoying the conversation having with y'all, whether you're a Ninja player or not, doesn't matter. And yeah, hopefully y'all have a good rest of your week, and I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk. Thank y'all so much.